Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. Today we're going over the Warlock, Dragonflight Alpha class and spec trees. We're going to be looking at each of them in detail, looking at what we like, what we don't like, the routing, some of the possible issues with them, and just giving our general thoughts. I really hope you enjoy it. Please consider liking and subscribing, and come watch me on Twitch. The link's in the description below. Thanks. Alright. So we're going to have a look at the Warlock class tree. We'll look at, after we're done looking at the class tree, we'll look at the destruction tree first, and then probably Affliction after that, and then Demonology. And we'll just go through them, take a look at what we like, what we don't like, what the routing looks like. This routing, right off the bat, is reminding me of Unholy DK, so I hope it's good. And this one looks pretty interesting as well, so I'm excited to see what we've got here. All right. So for Destro, we start with the curses, which leads us into either Fell Armor or Demon Skin. So Soul Leech, Absorption, passively recharges. This is already in the game. I believe this is as well. That's going to be a flat 3% damage reduction rate. I am just going to check Wowhead one more time. Make sure we don't have it. Okay, not yet. That's fine. So we won't quite have all of the talents yet, but that's okay. We will have what we need. Okay, and this is Fell Domination. That's in the game. And Burning Rush, okay. Imp Step reduces the damage dealt by Burning Rush and increases speed, okay. Reduces the cooldown of Fell Domination, okay. And this is... Oh! Okay. This isn't tied to the Fellhound anymore. Interesting. I like that. Now you can use your different pets situationally. Big fan of that. Drain life, heals... after you're done the effect, that's fine. Howl of Terror, Mortar Coil. I like that those are a choice node. I think that's very reasonable. You get the heal and the single target CC or the multi-target CC. I like that. These two rows are massive. There's 7 choices in each of these 2 rows. So what do we have? Amplify Curse. Okay. Unable to critically strike. Interesting. Curse of Weakness. Is Curse of Weakness baseline? Let's see. Curse of Exhaustion. I don't see Curse of Weakness in here anywhere. What kind of stuff do we have? We have Demonic Circle. Ritual of Doom is still here. Love that. Summoning Soulstone. Fear. Most of the standard stuff is still here. And Immolate and Incinerate are both baseline as well. Okay. Okay, Amplify Curse. 10% stam. Filling a soul shard increases the haste of your primary pet by 5%. Demonic Circle. We already have this, though. That's interesting. I don't see the second half of this, though, so this might be an error, because I don't see the second half of it. Okay. Either way. Demonic Circle. Wrathful Minion increases the damage done by your primary pet, so you get haste and damage of pets. That's not bad, and that's just by filling a soul shard. So that's very frequent. There's a good chance these 2 things could be up, like, north of 90% of the time. Increases you and your pet's health by 10%. Or by 6%, excuse me. So 16% health right off the bat, and then this is Banish. That's fine. Okay. I like all the extra health we're getting. Greater Banish can affect undead as well. Amplify Curse Reduction. Drain life, heals more while you're low. Sweet Soul's Health Stone heals you for an additional 10% of your max health. Any party or raid member using a health stone also heals you for that amount. So anytime anyone in your raid uses a health stone, you get healed for 10%. Holy crap. I'm trying to think if there's situations where, like, Warlocks are taking a lot of dots that you can just have other people funnel their health stone into you that don't need it. That's incredible. I like that it's raid wide. It's very good that's raid-wide. When you use a Hellstone, you gain Leech. Demonic Gateway, okay. So you don't necessarily get Gateway. You don't have to take it. And there are other ways to get to the 2 things it goes to. Fear ends target is slowed. Banish, okay. Shadow Fury. And then a choice between Strength of Will and... So you're either getting more damage reduced or cooldown. This is a fantastic choice node. I love it when they do stuff like this. There are absolute situations where you want Strength of Will. There's absolute situations when you want Demonic Durability. And I believe it's baseline. I didn't notice a minute ago. It is. So you're either going to get it to 40% damage reduction, or it's going to be a 2 minute 15 second. Is that what it was? Yeah. 2 minute 15 second cooldown. And then Dark Pact is here. Okay. Where are we going with this? Summon Jailer. Zoval, is that you? Summons a jailer that consumes all the tormented souls you've collected, blasting nearby enemies for chaos damage for each tormented soul consumed. Okay. You collect tormented souls. I was about to ask where we get tormented souls from. You collect tormented souls from each target you kill and occasionally escaped souls you previously collected. So, I think Mythic Plus. Interesting. I wonder how many stacks you can get. And it's pulsing damage. So, I wonder if on like a tyrannical week, you can just collect souls the entire length of the trash, and then as soon as you get to the boss, you pop this, and you just got 60 seconds of this dot. That's very interesting. Okay. Decimating Bolt. This is the Necrolord ability. Okay. And Dimensional Rift. Opening. Oh, this was... I think this was from Legion. I remember using this. It was kind of cool back in Legion. Okay. Chaos Bolt increases the damage of Immolate by 5%. This must be different for every spec, because Chaos Bolt's over here. So this must be like Hand of Gul'dan and Malefic Rapture. It must be... And probably still Immolate, which is fine. Okay. Okay. I like Dimensional Rift. Summoning Jailer could be very cool. It's not yet implemented, so we can't test it. But this could be very cool. Decimating Bolt, nothing new there. Rain of Fire deals more damage to immolated targets. Summon an Inquisitor's Eye that attacks your enemies for an hour. Is this just another pet? Interesting. Okay. Soul Conduit. This is in the game. Okay. Gracious. There's a lot of decent stuff here. I really like that you can get everywhere in this tree. The bottom of this tree, and this is the line right here. We can't see it yet, but you can get everywhere. If you get one of these, you can get any capstone. If you get one of these, you can get either of these. If you get this, you can get either of these. Like, actually, with Shadow Fury, you can get all of them. It's odd that Inquisitor's Gaze doesn't go to... This is the only, like, non-symmetrical link in this entire tree. Interesting. I wonder why that is. I wonder why that is. I think what we're going to do, now that I think about this a little more, is we're just going to look at these on here, and then whenever the Wowhead one goes up, that's when we'll build a tree. But we're just going to look at everything right now. Okay. Okay, what have I missed? I've missed this. So, Ichor of Devils. Dark Pact sacrifices only 5% of your current health for the same shield value. So, you're going to save... This is basically 15% extra health, and this reduces the cooldown of it. Again, situational. I love both of these. I love both. I love this one too. Drain life, channels, and restores health faster. That'll be 60%, I assume. That's really great. Also, yeah, that's fine. Actually, hang on just a second here, guys. why don't we just put this right there. There. That way I can have chat up as well. Okay, sorry. Moving on. Climb Earth, Grimoire of Synergy. Damage done by you or your demon has a chance to grant the other one 5% increased damage for 15 seconds. Dark Fury, we're used to this. And Shadow Flame slows enemies in the 12-yard cone in front of you by 70% for 6 seconds. Ooh, that's going to be really good for like necrotic weeks, perhaps. 15-second cooldown, too. That can have a lot of uptime. Instant cast, cone, big slow. I'm a fan of that. It's another button, yes, but I think that's got a lot of potential. Now, this is the row that looks crazy. So let's see what we got going on here. Teachings of the Black Harvest. Your primary pets gain a bonus effect. I believe this is nothing new. Grant your target 4% damage reduction. Of the Singed Magic, yeah. Voidwalker reduces the cooldown of their thing. Reduces cooldown of Devour Magic. Seduction and Pursuit. That's fine. This is probably not going to get used very often. Depends on the situation, of course. But, like, for example, having 4 seconds on Devour Magic is probably not that impactful in a lot of situations. Soul Link. 20% of all damage you take is taken by your demon pet instead. Soul Leech heals you for 25% and your pet for 50% of the absorption it grants. Interesting. Okay, so it gives more tankiness there. And then Soul Burn. Consumes a soul shard, unlocking the hidden power of your spells. So for teleport, increases your movement speed by 50% and makes you immune to snare and roots. Gateway can be cast instantly. That's really cool. That's really cool. So it's like, it's an extra global, is all that it is. Interesting. Okay. Drain Life, Absorb Shield, Health Funnel, and Health Stone. Ooh. I like this. This is really cool. This is a really neat kind of utility row. There's no throughput in this row. Technically, no throughput. You could argue some of this. No. Never mind. Okay. Last row. Pact of the Imp Mother. Each time your primary pet or Grimoire of Sacrifice deals damage, their damage is increased by 5%, up to 1%, up to 5. After reaching 5, it resets. So it's not going to be at 5 for any amount of time, it sounds like. It's just going to be there. That's okay. Soul Conduit we already looked at. Path, yes, we looked at these. Okay. Interesting. So I think if we were building like just a very quick mock tree, I think probably ignoring both of those and just going 1, 2, 3, 4. Grab the interrupt. Grab the stamina. We're going to want Demonic Circle, so we'll take this. We're going to want Gateway. I think Sweet Souls is going to be really good. Let's just say we want the extra damage there. This is throughput, so we're going to take that for sure. I like Shadow Fury, and let's try Shadow Flame. Why not? So now we need 6 more points. We're going to want to get down to Summoning Jailer, but I think that we're going to go through Soul Link and Soul Conduit instead of Claw. Yeah. Drain Life heals more. Hellstone gives more leech. Let's take Mortal Coil. Let's take the extra health. We still need 4 points. Okay, then we take Sweet Souls. We take Lifeblood. And maybe a point. Oh, probably a point in one of these. It's probably like a point in Wrathful Minion or something. That's fine. Okay, Soul Link, Soul Conduit, Summon Jailer. And then at level 70, I wonder... I think we can get all 3 capstones. I think. I think you're going to go something like this. And then 1, 2, 3. We're definitely going to get 3... Like, you're going to be able to get all 3 capstones here. Just super cool. Must spend all available talent points to apply changes. Okay, well, there we go. That's interesting that they would make you do that. Okay. Okay, so overall in the class tree, I think the pathing is really good. I think some of these choice nodes are fantastic. I can't get over how good this one is. I really, really like it. I think there's a lot of neat utility in here. There's not a lot of throughput. Not really until, like, there's a little bit of pet throughput up here, but this is, a lot of it is just defensive. Which leads me to think that there's going to be a lot of throughput in the class tree, which is fine. Or, excuse me, in the spec tree, which is fine. And Summoning Jailer could be really cool. It may be terrible. We don't know. It's not implemented. It depends on the tuning. It depends on how well it stacks. It depends on if it goes away out of combat. It's hard to say. I kind of hope it doesn't go away out of combat. That would feel really bad. Refresh again. We might have Wowhead up. Nope, not yet. And then Dimensional Rift coming back is really cool. I have played a fair bit of Decimating Bolt in Shadowlands. It's okay. It's cool in like execute range. The incinerates, they hit pretty hard. It is what it is. And then we'll probably need to get Pact of the Annihilation as well. And I'm interested to see what this is. Inquisitor's Gaze. Just an extra pet, I guess. Anyway. But, Destro Tree. Let's have a look. So we start with Chaos Bolt. No issues there. And then we're going to get a choice between Havoc and Mayhem. Your single target spells have a 25 chance. I assume that's 25% chance. To strike a nearby enemy for 60% of their normal initial damage. Okay, so this is just a passive Havoc. Causing you... Okay, so... This is guaranteed to be up for about, what is this, 40% of the time? Versus this has a chance to be up 20%. So, I feel like Havoc is better, but if you really hate the Havoc playstyle, then you can go Mayhem. Okay. I feel like Havoc is better, though. Generally speaking. There will be situations where Mayhem may be better because they're, like, Havoc windows can be weird. But yeah. I think generally speaking, Mayhem's going to be better. Conflagrate, Rain of Fire. Oh, interesting. Rain of Fire must... Maybe again, this is... both of these two packs. I like the thematic thing here, by the way. I assume these will change for the other specs. We'll check that when we get there. Enemies affected by your Rain of Fire take 5% increased damage from fire spells. Okay. Conflagrate. Oh, I'm obsessed with this talent. I will never not take this talent. I love Backdraft. I'm thrilled that it's here. And you will never see me playing Warlock without it. Moving on. Conflagrate increases the Immolate, Incinerate, and Conflagrate damage to your target by 25%. That's fine. Gains additional charge. I understand why these are together, but I'm upset because I want to play both of them. I'll probably run additional charge because, again, I like it. I like that playstyle better. But it is too bad that I can't have both of these. Combusting Engine increases remaining Immolate by 50% until it expires or is refreshed. Okay. Soulfire. Oh, yes. Yep. This is... Okay. It's the only way to get to Decimation. Incinerate, Conflagrate cast. 50% less. Reduce cooldown of Soulfire. Okay, well, it's directly related to Soulfire, so that's a good one-stop node. Reverse Entropy or Internal Combustion. Okay, I don't mind that being a choice node. These are both talents in the game right now. I don't remember if they are currently in the same row. They might be. Which is probably fine that they're together. And then Pyrogyenics increases the duration of Immolate. That's just it's a little bit of throughput, but it's also quality of life. Inferno, damage increased by 20% and has 20% chance to generate a Soul Shard fragment. So does it not generate Soul Shards without it, I wonder? That's an interesting tooltip. I would have thought Rain of Fire would generate Soul Shards regardless. This seems to indicate that it may not. Cataclysm, nothing new there. So with this, we're Havoc lasts 3 seconds longer, and Mayhem is an additional 10% chance to trigger. So Havoc would effectively have a 50% uptime, or Mayhem has a 35% chance. Okay. Chaos Bolt, duplicated by Mayhem or Havoc Explode, dealing X damage to targets. Spelling mistake there. Within 8 yards. That's really cool. Interesting. Okay, so now you're almost going to want to cleave in AoE situations. Or instead of just spamming Rain of Fire. Okay. Oh, that's the one we just looked at. Sorry. Emulate. Okay. Okay, so you'll never see me not playing Backdraft. And improved Conflagrate. Channel Demon Fire is there. Very nice. Shadow Burn. Okay. Let's just say I'm a Havoc gamer. I don't mind Havoc. Reverse Entropy is cool. And Cry Havoc. And that leaves us here. Okay. Each time your spells duplicate to a Havoc target. I wonder if this switches to Mayhem if I do this. That's probably just a tooltip thing. I'm sure it applies to both. Gain 1% increased damage for 8 seconds. Stagnant to 10 times. Okay. So that could be up to 20% extra damage. Very cool. Fire and Brimstone for 7% damage. 15% damage. That's a very small amount. I don't know what the current tuning of it is, but that seems very low. Shadowburn, nothing new. Channel Demon Fire, nothing new. Although I do really like Channel Demon Fire. I think it's really cool. Increases the remaining duration of Immolate on all targets hit by 0.2 seconds. Interesting. Random targets afflicted by Immolate. So they have to have Immolate on them. Interesting. Okay. Where are we going? Backlash increases crit. Physical chance against you. You have a 12% chance to make your next Incinerate instant cast, and this can only occur once every 6 seconds. So as soon as it becomes 4 and 24%. Okay. Immolate deals pure damage to a target above 80% health. You gain 2% haste for 10 seconds. So this... interesting. I feel like for Flashpoint, you're going to want to run Cataclysm. For Flashpoint to be really good. Because you're not going to have a great way of spreading Immolate otherwise. When you fill up a Soul Shard, you has a 0% chance, oh no, to generate an additional full shard over 2 seconds. Well, that could also be very good, by the way. But for argument's sake, let's say we're doing Rolling Havoc and Channel Demon Fire and Backlash, and what do we have down here? Increases the damage of Conflagrate, Channel Demon Fire, Shadow Burn, and Soul Fire by 10%. Very interesting that you can get this and have only one, and having picked only one of the abilities it applies to. That's very interesting. But I'm like scouring my brain and I can't think of a better way to do it. Yeah, that might be... It feels a little awkward that you can have only one. But again, there may not be a better way to do that one. Eradication. This is a current talent. I've always been a fan of this one. So the duration does not increase, but the damage dealt does. Okay. Ashen Remains. Deal more damage. Like, I think you're always taking this talent. You should always have Immolate up. So that's just more damage on Chaos Bolt and Incinerate, which are the two of the 3 spells you cast the most often, combined with Conflagrate. Grimoire of Sacrifice, so we've already mentioned Grimoire a little bit. Sacrifice current demon for power. So basically your spells sometimes also deal extra damage. So it's kind of like a lone wolf kind of thing that like Marksman Hunter has. Hard to say how much play this will see. It's been in and out, but the fact that you can now run Grimoire of Sacrifice and still have Interrupt, there could be a lot of potential there. I really like the Interrupt is here. Okay, Eradication. So we need 3 more points here. So what are we going to take? I kind of want Chaos Shards. And I want Cataclysm. And I can get both of those. Yeah, I think I like that. I'm a big fan of Cataclysm. Always have been. I like the ability. Shadowburn, I don't really talk about this. This is very situational, I think. Right now, it competes with... I want to say Cataclysm, actually. I think is one of the things. I think it's Cataclysm, Shadowburn, and Fire and Brimstone are all in the same line. I could be wrong about Shadowburn being there. I'm almost certain Fire and Brimstone and Cataclysm are on the same line. So it's nice to see those both be an option. Summon Infernal. Hard to imagine a world where we're not taking this, but we'll see what else is around. Incinerate now it generates 100% additional Soul Shard fragments. Probably very good synergy with Fire and Brimstone, by the way. Ritual of Ruin. Every 15 Soul Shards spent grants Ritual of Ruin, making your next Chaos Bolt or Rain of Fire consume no Soul Shards and have its cast time reduced by 50%. So this is part of the current Warlock Destruction tier set. On live, it's 10 Soul Shards, and it also summons the Blasphemy, so I wonder if... Ritual of Ruin... Go down to 11. Yep, there it is. So we can keep the current tier Warlock tier set in some form. It'll be 11 instead of 10, because I assume next 2 incinerates by 15%, be 30, so 120% extra incinerate damage. Mix that with Decimating Bolt, and you could hit some really, really big incinerates. That could be very good. With like Fire and Brimstone and Havoc as well, like that Burn to Ashes could be very good. But yeah, so these 4 talents right here, these 3 talents actually, just these 3, they make up the current Warlock tier. Madness, Chaos Bolt reduces the damage of Chaos Bolt. This is a current... Ooh. This applies to more things now. Ooh. Yeah, this is a current legendary. Except it only affects Chaos Bolt on live, I believe. So Chaos Bolt increases damage and cast time. Increases damage, reduces cast time. Rain of Fire increases damage. And Shadowburn increases Shadowburn damage. Really, really cool. Okay. Yep. Infernal's melee attacks cause it to take 15% increased damage from Immolation, stacking up 15 times. I believe this is a... I want to say this is a conduit. I could be wrong. Summon Infernal reduces the Soul Shard cost for your next 3 casts of Chaos Bolt, Shadowburn, or Rain of Fire by 1. Ooh, wait, I need to... is this 6 casts? You can have 6 Chaos Bolts? Oh my goodness. Wait a second. Oh, but this is on Soul Shards spent. Okay. But still. Okay. While your initial Infernal is active, every Soul Shard you spend is a 15% chance to summon an additional Infernal that lasts 8 seconds. This one lasts for 30. That could be a lot of Infernals. I wonder if we can get all of these. Okay, let's see what this is. Chaos Bolt, Rain of Fire, and Shadowburn always gain maximum benefit from your mastery Friendly reminder. Mastery. Deal 15.9% increased damage plus a random amount of up to 15.9% additional increased damage. Holy crap. So basically, oh my land. So there's going to be some mastery builds with Chaos Bolt now. Oops. That's really cool. Madness and then consuming soul shards increases your mastery. Gosh. By 0.5% for 10 seconds for each shard spent. Gaining a stack does not refresh the duration. Makes sense. Okay. There's a lot of stuff we want here. So let's just see how much of this we can get. I don't think we can get all the capstones in this one. I think you're going to have to pick 2 of them. Oh, and Wilfred's is right here. I didn't notice that the first time. Very cool. Very cool. Wilfred's is back. Yeah. So, okay. So this is new. This is tier. This is a little bit new. This is new. I believe this is not new. I believe this is a current talent. Current legendary. Yeah. Okay, so with Destro, it looks like there is a lot of, and that goes up to 25. Wow. And 20% cast time. Imagine Madness plus Crashing Chaos. There's going to be plus... Oh, wait a second. Okay, I need to test this. Hang on. Madness. Crashing Chaos. Okay, we need to go test this real quick. Interface. Okay, bear with me for a minute. We've already got Warlock summoning blasphemies and having a grand old time. Look at this. Okay. Chaos Bolt. Oops. Yeah, I bet you require a target. Okay, let's just get rid of these dragons here for a second. Command Demon. Don't really care about that just now. I'm just making sure I have things in a approximately decent spot to be able to test this. So I have Havoc in a good spot, Chaos Bolt in a good spot, Rain of Fire, Infernal. Wow, lots of Lua arrows. Oh my land. Okay. Gotta love Alpha, right? Okay. So let me make sure I have this combo down right. So basically we're going to want to hit Havoc, and then we're going to want to make sure we get 5 soul shards. We're going to send our Infernal, and then we're just going to start blasting. And I believe... Yeah, so normally we would also Reign of Chaos, but can't do that right now, unfortunately. Okay, this says it's available, but I can't... okay, I just need to open a new window in Wowhead, and then we'll be able to look at the full build. Okay, let's just try this, though, for a second. We're going to hop that. We're just going to immolate both of these. Okay, here we go. Holy crap, look at these Chaos Bolts. That's crazy. Oh yeah, love that. Big fan. Big fan of that. Tools, Dragonflight Talent Calculator. Do we have Warlock? We do not. It says we do, but we don't. See if we can go here and find it. Question mark. Whoa, brightness. Pause champ. Oh, we're in. Okay. Bet. Here we go. Bear with me. Trying to pull it up for you. Lagging out because of it. Love that. Okay. Yeah, so like I said, let me just real quick just recreate what we've already done. Gosh. Bear with me, guys, for 2 seconds here. This is super laggy right now. And Mortal Coil. Oh, gosh. Oh! Alright, no, we're moving on. We're just going to do this. It's going to be fine. This is... Internet is too laggy right now. It's all good. Okay. Destruction Tree overall, I think it looks really cool. I think the possibilities here are really interesting. I do want to know if it's going to be possible to get all three. I don't think it is. I think you're going to be a point or two short. But I think you can get Madness and Crushing Chaos and the tier set, which is going to be really, really strong. That'll be really, really strong. So, no, I'm excited to see what that is. So let's have a look at Affliction. I am in combat. What am I in combat? Oh, my pet's still attacking the thing. Here we go. Let's have a look at Affliction. So we still start in the middle. Interesting. Okay. I assume these have changed. Malefic Rapture, Seed of Corruption, Grimoire of Sacrifice must be in here somewhere. This tree already looks very different than the Destro tree did, which is good. It's a good thing. Actually, at first glance, the pathing of this looks really good. Especially if whatever's in this row right here, if these capstones all relate to what these are, then this is fantastic so far. The other thing I didn't mention about Destro that is really good is there's no 3-point talents. 3-point talents suck, don't forget it. So we start with Malefic Rapture, we get Seed of Corruption, Unstable Affliction, and then so the seeds, Corruption is instant cast, love that. Corruption damage has a 25% chance to cause your next Shadow Bolt or Drain Soul deal increased damage. Shadow Bolt is instant cast when affected. I wonder if we're still Drain Soul players. This would imply not so much. Sorry, I'm gracious. Yes. I'll be okay. Corruption doesn't cast. Seed of Corruption affects more targets. Okay, I love Corruption being instant cast. Dealing damage to an enemy with Agony increases the damage of your next drain life up to 7%. This effect stacks up to 50 times. Does this become 14? Or 15? So 15 times 50 is a lot of percents. I believe it works out to like 700%. No, that can't be right. No, it is. That's like 700%-ish. 750% or so. Very cool. There's Drain Soul right there. Cool. Refreshing Corruption, Agony, or Siphon Life with less than 5 seconds remaining will deal shadow damage and has a 6% chance to grant a Soul Shard. Agony's damage starts at 2 and ramps up to 14. Starts at 4 and ramps 18. This is a current talent or conduit. Seed or Corruption's Explosion increases stat count of Agony by 1 on all targets hit. Yeah, that's pretty good. Probably by 2. Yep. So, where do we want to go from here? Siphon Life or Absolute Corruption? Ooh. Yeah. Big fan of Absolute Corruption. Also, Siphon Life makes Malefic Rapture better. Absolute Corruption is really good on fights where you're targeting something and then have to move away from it. Okay. I think you're going Inevitable Demise, but I also want access to this side of the tree. Leaves a violent explosion at the target location, dealing... shattering... Oh. Did this always spread Agony? I don't remember this always spreading Agony. We definitely want that, though. I'm going to take one of those. There's Grimoire Sacrifice. Cool. Let's take Vile Taint for now. Soul Swap. Applies Corruption, Agony, and UA to your target on a 30-second cooldown. Very cool. Shadowbolt, Drain Soul, apply Shadow Embrace. Yep, this is current. I have never really liked the way this works, but it's very effective. Making sure you keep this up. Sacrifice 5% of your Soul Leech to gain a Soul Shard. Okay. Also, Drain Soul. Probably always taking Drain Soul. Shadowbolt and Drain Soul deal more damage. Yep. When you kill a target, its soul bursts into flames. This will be good in Mythic Plus probably, but less so in Raid. Corruption damage increase. Wait a second. There's no way. There's no way this works. Oh, I have to spend every point. Oh gosh, let me blaze through this real quick. I'm not, this is a complete joke. I just need to spend all the points. Okay. Because I need to see if this actually works. I also want to try Soul Swap a little bit. I need 3 more points. Each time Corruption deals damage, it has a 7% chance to deal 7 shadow damage to your target and deal... Okay. Yep. I don't think you're going to run Soul Flame at all. Grimoire might be good in... Again, this is the same thing as Destro. It might be good. Depends on tuning. Depends on if the pet outweighs the additional damage. But you're probably going Shadow Embrace because it's very strong. Shadowbolt and Drain Soul deal 7% increased damage per effect. I think you're always taking this. Haunt is also very good. Okay, Soul Rot. Okay, so this is where we're getting into the... Here are 4 abilities. And I want to see if these... Your Haunt and your Haunt. Love it. Dark Glare. Dark Glare. Love it. Each target affected by Soul Rot. Love it. This one doesn't really apply to Soul Rot at all. But it's still... It's okay. Deathbolt. Deathbolt. And Deathbolt. Okay, this is amazing. This is... Oh, one more, sorry. Malefic Rapture. Damage increased and extends the duration of all those. While Agony, Corruption, and Unstable Affliction are active, your Shadow Bolt is a 30% chance, and your Drain Soul is a 20% chance. Make your next... Yeah. Love it. Okay, so that's how we're getting free Malefic Raptures. Great. Wow, how are we going to... Oh my goodness. I feel like what you end up doing... let's just... Oh gosh. I don't know if you can take all of these. You probably don't take Soul Rot then, right? Increase the damage of your Shadow Bolt. Yeah. Corruption and Agony grant an application of Wrath of Consumption when a target dies. Increasing all periodic damage dealt by 3% for 30 seconds, stacking up to 5 times. 15% extra damage. Wow. Wilfred's... okay, yeah, that's just blanket Wilfred's. That's great. Your Haunt spell also increases damage over time. Effects to all targets by 20% while active. Wow. Haunt deals damage when Haunt ends or is dispelled. 50% of the damage it did heals you. 100%. Wow. Deathbolt extends your damage over time before applying its damage. Why is that significant? Oh, that's why. Yes. Silly me. Okay. I'm not a fan of Deathbolt, but I know it's good. Personally not a fan of it, but I know it's really good. Yeah, so this is just gonna make Deathbolt do more damage. That's all this says, is Deathbolt does more damage. That's all it needs. Now, these ones are really good. Now, I need to test Corruption. It is instant cast. We're just gonna watch Corruption for a second here. $3.99, $3.99, $3.99. It's not scaling at all. It's just doing 399 damage. Okay, let's just put this point somewhere else for right now. That's fine. So now that I've taken Absolute Corruption off, it's still dealing $3.99 over there. That's probably a bug, because now it's still dealing $3.99 even though I'm not in combat. And this, $3.16, $3.99, $3.99. So it's got a cap on it, which seems wrong to me. That one crit, so that's nothing special. Okay, well, either it's not working properly. Corruption damage increased, but each time it deals damage, any of your curses... I'm so dumb. I read this completely wrong. It just increases corruption damage and extends durations. Okay, I'm so dumb. I'm sorry, guys. We're gonna get rid of those. We need something, though. Maybe we take Grimoire, sow the seeds, even. We do this, we do that. And then, like, do you just... Maybe that's the play, I don't know. We'll have to see what the best option is here. All in all, with this, though, I really like the routing. I really like the way the capstones work for this. That they Also, that was the cast time. There's a cast time to changing your talents now. I saw there was a blue post about it. But I really like the way this flows. I like the decisions you have to make. Soul Tap feels pretty useless to me. But could be wrong. And there's gonna be a lot of damage in Affliction, I think. I think it's gonna... I'm trying to think what in here, like... There's no new abilities. Right? There's no new buttons to press, which feels a little bit bad. But the fact that you have Soul Rot and Decimating Bolt is pretty cool. That's never been possible before. And it's, I mean, it's Affliction, right? It's got a lot of stuff baked into it. I don't even know what half of these do. Don't matter. It's got a lot of stuff baked into it, so it's going to be cool to see how it works. But I think this tree, regardless of tuning, I think this tree is very well designed. I really, really do. I love the way these capstones work. I love the way this bottom row works. Because I believe, yeah, I love this. Absolutely love it. And then yeah, so I think you can, like, maybe you get all 4 of these, but then you're not going to have that many more points. Like, Warlock, Affliction, is this still laggy? Or are we okay? Oh, we might be okay. Hold the phone. Okay, here's the Affliction tree. So you start Malefic Rapture, get both of these. I think we took all of this. Took the Agony one, took this one. We ignored that for now. We took Vile Taint and Soul Swap, and we decided we don't need Sacrilash, but we need Shadow Embrace, Drained Soul, Withering Bolt, and I need 3 more. What do I have? Oh, I have Inevitable Demise. Still missing something that I have. Oh, I have one of these. Let's just take Siphon Life. It's another dot, right? And now you've got 10 points to spend here. So, and each of these rows is 4. So you can do 2 of them in their entirety, or you can go 1, 2, 3, and then you're gonna have 7 more points, I believe. So maybe it's you do the Soul Rot one and you do one of the other ones. Oh no, you can do 2 full ones. Okay, so maybe it's just Haunt and this, and then you do... Oh no, I was wrong. Why could we do Soul Rot but not those ones? I wonder. What happened there? Oh, right, because you don't... This isn't technically Soul Rot. And then, like... But maybe you just do Haunt and Dark Glare... and one of these, right? Maybe you don't need Wilfred, right? This Haunted Soul is probably too good to let go. You can have 100% uptime on Haunt, which means all of your dots are going to do 20% more damage. Like, Haunt is a 100% uptime ability. I think it's too good to not have. You probably don't need... Although Haste and Crit are very good. But you can probably do something like this. Like, this would be a very dot-heavy build. And, you know what? Maybe you don't even need Soul Rot. I don't know. I don't know. Either way, super cool. Super, super cool. Okay, let's look at Demo. Demo. Again, I'm just going to blaze through a useless tree here just so we can save talents and test anything we might need to. This is not a real build. Okay, so Demo starts on Dreadstalkers. Again, this tree looks very different than both Destro and Affliction did. Start with Dreadstalkers. Felguard does more damage. I'm expecting a lot of this pet stuff. Demon Bolt, very common. Dreadlash, your Dreadstalkers charge in. Their Dreadbite now hits all targets and deals more damage. I believe this is a talent. I could be wrong with that. Probably taking Demon Bolt. Probably taking Fel Commando. You're probably taking Dreadlash, let's be honest. Okay, what do we have here? Shadow's Bite. When your summoned Dreadstalkers fade away, they increase the damage to Demon Bolt by 10% for 8 seconds. Okay. That doesn't seem amazing, but it could be really good. Vile Fiend, great. Soul Strike. Okay, just sure. Stuff. Bile Scourge Bombers. More pet stuff. Demonic Strength. Love that. Dreadbite causes... Takes more Shadow Flame damage. Okay. Fellstorm cooldown reduced. Fellstorm and Dreadbite do more damage. Dreadstalkers attacks have a chance to deal more. Hand of Gul'dan is a chance to generate a charge of Demonic Core. Implosion. Implosion's probably good enough that you would take Shadow's Bite for it. Let's just go with Vile Fiend and Bombers. And... I don't know. I like that these are all one-pointers. Sure. Doom. I love Doom. Doom's a great ability. In fairness, Demo is definitely the spec I know the least about. So I'm just kind of looking to see if there's anything really cool in here. Holy cow, that's good. That's gotta be good, right? That's crazy. Calls an additional Dreadstalkers. So there's going to be 3 Dreadstalkers. Because I assume that goes to 100% chance to summon 1. Well, let's see. Yep. Shadow Bolt, Demon Bolt, 3% chance to reduce the reset the cooldown of it. Pet damage from Fellstorm. Soul Shard spent on Hand of Gul'dan increases damage in next call Dreadstalkers. Shadow Bolt increases the damage of Demon Bolt. Stacking up to 4 times. That's going to be a lot of Demon Bolt damage, depending on cast times and whatnot. Summoning a Wild Imp has a 5% chance to summon an Imp Gang boss instead. When imploded, the Imp Gang boss will summon a Wild Imp. Okay. Okay. Again, we're just going to take some random stuff so that we can proceed down the tree. We're going to make sure we get these 2 just so I can see every row, I suppose. Let's take this. Sure, why not? Nether Portal. So you spend your demons come from the Nether. Cool. Tyrant. Good. Now again, Demonic Consumption. Wilfred's again. So Wilfred's is in all 3 spec trees. Okay. And again, these increases the duration of Nether Portal. When it ends, you summon a Pit Lord that gains power based on how many soul shards are spent, up to 10, while it was active, and he lasts for 10 seconds. Cool, love that. Hold this for me. Your Felguard hurls his axe toward the target location, erupting when it lands and dealing Shadow Flame damage until canceled until nearby enemies. While unarmed, deal all enemies and attacks 50% faster. Cool. Just going to start punching people, I guess. When Wild Imps cast Firebolt, gain application of Stolen Power. After you reach 100 applications, your next Demon Bolt deals 50% increased damage, or your Shadow Bolt deals 100% increased damage. That probably stacks up pretty quick. You're going to have a lot of Wild Imps going, and they're casting it all the time. So that's pretty cool. Actually, that's probably really good. This would be very AoE Mythic Plusy. So these two together work very well, because this is haste for your imps. This is going to be imps needing to cast. Hand of gold down is a 5% chance to cast a second time on your target for free. Okay. Tyrant. Deal more damage per demon you have summoned. When your wild imps expire or die, your other demons are inspired. Gain 1% additional damage. Okay. Nether portal. Sure. Okay. Again, I think the pathing is really good here. You can get from Doom, you can get everywhere, right? And even, I guess Doom is the highest point you can get everywhere from, which you're probably going to take anyway. And with Kazak's Final Curse as well, and just deal a butt ton of damage with it, and it's going to be. I really think this is. I think these trees are really, really good. Again. So my early assessment on the class tree was that it was very utility focused until you get to like the bottom 2 rows, and that seems to have held true. That the spec trees are very throughput focused. There's not a ton of utility baked into the spec trees, which is fine because all their utility is baked into the class tree. So no worries there. Okay. Boom. Now, there are a couple more things. That's all we're going to do for Warlock. There's a couple more things I want to check before we're done.